Me, man, in my dreams.
No.
Big handsome guy like that.
Today I'm up in the palatial penthouse suite here with a couple of good friends, and they need no introduction, so here they are.
Oh, you mean that other couple over there? This isn't the palatial penthouse suite.
Oh.
This is the actual kind of.
Oh damn, I went to the wrong place.
And I need an introduction. Do you need an introduction? This is John Billingsley.
And this is Bonita Friedericy.
And this is the news.
And this is my new cowboy hat. Look at that.
First breaking news: John Billingsley steals cowboy hat.
I stole a cowboy hat from a Star Trek fan.
Was that setting for Dallas, especially?
Yep, this is my memento from Dallas.
Oh, stop talking like that.
This is my memento from I stole a cowboy hat and I stole somebody's panties too. But I'm not going to show those to you.
Little cowboy panties or
Little
what?
Cowboy panties, yeah.
I'm sitting right here.
They were just hanging it.
This was, you were saying this is your anniversary.
It is.
Kind of, I like the way you said that. 10 years together, 8 years married, and it's in the middle of the...
6 years happy, I believe, was the culminating part of that.
I'm sitting right
I know,
here.
just slug me for God's sake, I'm used to it.
No, we're in the 6 years of happy.
Yes, we're in the 6 years of happy. Yes, we've been blissfully together for 10 years.
For those who keeping score at
In
home.
fact, it's today. It's today.
It is. Oh, it is.
Happy
Happy anniversary.
Oh, there we go.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, we've been 10 years together today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, John took me out to lunch.
At the bagel place or something, Starbucks.
It was at an Italian restaurant, and actually,
Dutch.
yes, we did go Dutch. And John, when he signed, if anyone who has an autograph of John's will know that there's not a lot to it.
Not a lot to my signature.
And so he signed the bill, and I thought, there's no way they're going to take this. It's just a little scorf.
I flunked cursive. I flunked cursive in the, I think it was the 4th or 5th grade, and they actually said, there's no way we're going to send you on to some poor slob 6th grade teacher with this handwriting. So they made me learn how to type in the 5th grade.
He's a whiz on the
I'm
computer.
a pretty good typist.
That's a years ahead of its time. That's what they do now with all the kids that aren't good.
I used to be able to type about 90 to 100 words a minute. In fact, that's how I kind of put myself through college. I typed term papers, and then I give them funny names to see if I could get away with it. I remember one called Laurels for Hardy, paper about Thomas Hardy. The guy, I would submit them without asking. He wasn't too happy about it. I go Laurels for Hardy.
You can always go back to that, sweetheart.
The day will come. I want to apologize for my dirty hair, by the way. I didn't realize I was going to be on camera today.
Damn, put the hat back on.
We were just lounging around our palatial suite when our good friend Larry came to the door with a camera.
John's hair never looks like this.
No.
Had Enterprise run its standard Star Trek 7 years, you would just now be in all the finale hoopla.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, Batman.
Really? So it's only been, it seems
dawned
like it's been off the air, frankly, for a decade already.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's only been 3 years?
It's only been 3 years?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Well,
You've
05.
been in between.
08. See, right now, June, you'd be so in all the press stuff and the big finale wrap party and the big stuff.
Yes, because the press was all over Enterprise. We got a lot of press coverage.
I forgot that. Remember, 2001 was, yes.
Did the facetious aspect of that?
I think it came through just fine.
All right.
Especially
It
calling it
always
the
does.
facetious aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're safe.
Yes, wow, that's hard to believe. Boy, it seems like another lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3 years. So, but it still is like anything. Anybody that crosses into Star Trek land, it's with you forever. I mean, it's back.
Well, they did do that episode where Jolene and Scott Bakula got old together, so...
That's right.
Sort of, did you ever get old?
I just got fat. That would have been that would have been my.
Yeah.
Well, they did when we were all aged.
And the only guy who Phlox was the only guy who ever on his own could not be assimilated by Borg, right?
You're gonna. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna start challenging me on these.
No.
Star Trek related questions.
Yeah.
Now, in episode 16, is it not true?
Oh, I was trying to be so sly about it. I was
sure. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, they put me through. That was my favorite thing.
That was the one you were in, wasn't it?
It
Yeah,
was.
that's right.
Yeah.
And I
That's
became
right.
a Borg.
Yes.
We have a picture.
So I
That's a great
cannot
picture.
assimilate you.
That's right. In fact, I remember they cured me by putting me through some fancy pants radiation chamber, and so I'm lying there, and the radiation is beating down on me, and the director says, it's more exciting if you keep your eyes open. I don't think you'd probably do that if you're being bombarded by gamma rays, but all right, I'll keep my eyes open. Sure.
It's that denobulin eye membrane.
Yes,
thing.
that's David Livingstone. David was always wanting a more exciting shot. It's like, yeah.
Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open.
Oh, David.
Was it-
What's his head gotten such a
Was
bad
it 2 in the morning or?
Possible.
Yeah.
I love David. David was certainly renowned for the up the nostrils shot, though. Let's one more. I just want to put the camera down here and see what this shot would look like.
Who's the DP? They were
Usually, if
screaming
you were
when
in
I
a
was...
spacesuit, too, it's like one more. That's what I miss the most, is Dominic in the spacesuit.
The EVs, when you say the spacesuits.
Yeah, those giant goddamn things. They weighed 100 pounds and they killed you.
They had a light inside of the
They had a
helmet,
little
though.
light inside the helmet, and back-breaking.
I thought it was impressive they let Phlox have one, because
Oh, yeah,
usually
they
the
let
alien
Phlox have
guy,
one.
you know, doesn't get to do all the cool.
Boy, that was the
The
worst.
makeup
The
guy.
worst day in the world was when you had to wear those things. It was just awful. The best day was when Dominic had to wear one and the rest of us didn't. That was always
Got entertained.
That was joy.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
those are becoming legendary.
Oh, the tapes. Have you ever heard the tapes? The
no, I
bootlegs?
haven't. I think I maybe
Dominic
saw them at the
bootlegs?
rap party, but yeah.
The sound guys would bring people into their little cubicle, kind of like, come here, I want you to hear this. Oh, get me, you fucking go, get.
Yeah. Yeah, the Brit accent was a nice addition to it.
I love those tapes. And we go to conventions when we can. It's tough to get away, frankly, because we are usually up to something. But we try and do at least a couple a year because we really enjoy them and enjoy meeting the fans. We usually go abroad when we could.
Did you play Phil Donahue and run around the audience all the time, or did that just pop up the other day?
No, well, it's developed. It sort of started, I think, in Germany at FedCon, because people were it was a huge, like a 3,000 person, that big room,
Yeah.
and John was on stage, and people were supposed to walk up to the mics and just talk to him, and people were being a little hesitant, and I thought it would be kind of fun to walk up to the mic and start asking him inappropriate questions. And then Mark Lee was in the middle of it, and we started chasing him around. Then John ended up on the floor, and I ended up on the stage, and he started asking me questions, and people seemed to enjoy it a lot.
It really started from the first convention that Bonnie went to. We realized that there was great value in having a heckler planted in the audience.
Yeah.
So Bonnie
Yeah.
started as a heckler and eventually worked her way up onto the stage.
I think my first heckle was you talking about Jolene Blaylock's flatulence, and it's like you have to stand up and go, "That's the pot calling the kettle black,"
Ah.
and you start realizing, I can do this, and no one seems to mind.
That's right. That first taste of magic, I remember, Bonnie. Her first big Star Trek laugh. It was like, oh.
Oh, and the fart joke started
Well,
off.
there was also a convention we went to. A lot of times, if you have a loose mic, a wild loose mic,
Yeah.
you'll have a volunteer will go around and take questions, but it was slow. It's slow because they don't know where to go and stuff. And it's like, what, I can help out. Just give it to
We're
me.
theater people. It needs to be fast. It
Yeah,
needs to be
yeah.
physical. You need to run around.
Hit that
Keep,
mark
keep
up,
it
yeah.
going. Keep it going. So Bonnie would run around, and occasionally the microphone would either not work, or we also realized that actually people could speak up, so we would just pretend to have a microphone. And we'd make people talk into Bonnie's fist.
A woman started crying with laughter once because I said, "You got to speak up." So she went, "Okay, I'd like to ask you." And she suddenly realized she was yelling into my hand, but it was much more audible.
That's great.